Good morning, everyone. This is Heather with Ward-Kraft. Hey, I just wanted to thank you all for jumping on here and taking the time to listen to our training today. Like I said, I'm Heather with Ward-Kraft. I've been with Ward-Kraft for about 2 years now. I am their distribution sales rep. With that being said, I spent a lot of time in the distribution world, talking about our different products that we have, looking at different processes, and trying to come up with solutions for people to help streamline their processes. Some of you may know Ward-Kraft, who we are, what we stand for. Some of you may not. A little bit of history on Ward-Kraft. Ward-Kraft is actually a family-owned business. We started in 1972. We are a print manufacturer. We're located here in Fort Scott, Kansas. Here in Fort Scott, we actually have 3 different divisions. In those divisions, we have a plastics divisions, we have a forms and labels division, and we have a specialty coatings division. Ward-Kraft is pretty unique. We have many capabilities. We actually service all vertical markets. In our plastics division, some of the things we do there, of course, there's digital printing. So we're able to do your gift cards, your badges, your nameplates, table talkers, door hangers, a variety of things, as well as asset tags and those kinds of things. And over in our forms and labels, that's more traditional print. So you're going to see your standard forms over there. You're going to see multi-part forms. You're going to be pen fed or pressure seal, any of your standard labels, add a label, medical documents, those kinds of things. And then over in our specialty division, we actually have a little more capability. There we're actually taking raw material and creating the product. So we are laying down the silicone to create that liner, and we are also laying down the adhesive. We have the capabilities to control how much of each of those that are put down, where it's put down. We can pattern that adhesive, pattern that silicone, which kind of gives us some advantages over other manufacturers. So it's kind of cool to see the products we can make. Over in there, we make many things like your industrial labels, your tires, say your chemical labels, medical wristbands, as well as some of the distribution products and things that I'm going to talk about today. As again, I said, I'm a distribution sales rep. So this training, we're going to just kind of talk about some of our distribution products, simply for shipping. Those are the kinds of things. You know, the question would be, who would benefit from some of these products? Honestly, anyone that ships straight to the consumer. So you're looking at anyone that does any e-commerce, whether it's a retail store that is now selling online, whether it's, you know, it's someone at home selling on Etsy or Amazon or anything like that. Any of your 3PLs, maybe you're fulfilling for other customers and you're shipping straight to that consumer. Manufacturing, like I said, this really is a target for anyone that ships single cartons straight to the consumer. Some of the products that are in distribution, you've got packing slips, you've got invoices, you've got pick tickets. Of course, in some areas, you've got your pallet labels, your bill of lading, your shipping labels, and carton labels. These are just some of the products that you see when you go into a distribution center or in a big warehouse where they're fulfilling orders. We have the capabilities to make all of those products. Like I said, we have Ward-Kraft itself has a very wide capability of making products. However, the products that we're going to focus on today is just a handful. And these products really focus on streamlining that shipping process straight to the consumer. So we're not talking about the big pallets. We're not talking about the pallet labels. We're talking about more gift messaging, packing slips, invoices, and shipping labels. Those individual cartons, you know, you're looking at something like this. Say, I got this in the mail. I ordered stuff. So here, you know, you see there's the shipping label. All my stuff is inside. And here is my packing slip. So it tells me what I ordered. This is the kind of thing we're looking for. In some situations, You may be doing processes like this where you've got the plastic pouch and everything's on the outside of the box, but you've got your shipping label, your packing slip, and your plastic pouch. So those are kind of what we're going to talk about today. You know, there's many, many, many different processes. I've been in a lot of different facilities. So kind of this training is to get you thinking about your pick and pack process, thinking about what your process is today, what it could look like, and how these products could fit into there. So when I talk about a pick and pack process, you know, what I'm looking at is, you know, do you use a pick ticket? Do you use that packing slip to ship what to actually pick with? Do you have, you know, like a label, a license plate is what I call it, that goes on a tote or a box that you scan? What does your process look like? How does it go through that process? Are you picking straight into a tote, or do you pick into your box? You know, hey, what's your inventory look like? When you're scanning, does your order entry system know, hey, we've got 20 of the blue t-shirts, so we know we got to pick it. We've got everything in stock because we need one of those. So we have that. Everything, when we enter that order, it's all in stock. So those are processes we look at. And then when it comes time to, hey, we've got everything picked, now we've got shipping stations. You know, how many of those shipping stations do you have? How many customers may you fulfill for? And maybe each one is different. Maybe they use UPS, maybe they use FedEx, maybe you use digital shipper on this one, or, you know, something else. There's many, many different systems out there. And so looking at that process as a whole is what I would like you to do, is thinking about some of those things and how you're doing it today. And like I said, as we go through these products, I want you to think about that and how it could look in the future. You know, one of the big things that I look at is how many times is an order touched before it goes out that door. And what I mean by that is, you know, really looking at how long it takes you to process an order, and the time that that takes. You know, so maybe it's a large warehouse. Your orders come in, you batch print them up front, the office prints those, they bring them back into the warehouse. Someone grabs one of those orders, they scan something on it, and they go and pick. Well, right there, you've already got 2 touches. And then, you know, and then however many times to pick that. Then maybe it goes to a system where it's on a conveyor. So someone QAs it, makes sure everything's in there that's supposed to be in there. Then it goes maybe to a taping station if that QA person doesn't tape it. Then you've got your taping station, and then it goes on, and then you're where it's actually getting the shipping part. You know, so that's a lot of touches in that process. A lot of touches that what we want to do is show you some ways to maybe streamline that process for you. You know, I challenge you all, if you're processing orders this way, that I really challenge you to do a time study to see what it really takes and how many touches and how long it takes for that order to get out the door, to really understand your process. So one of my questions that I pose is, you know, hey, what if we could eliminate some of those touches, maybe save you some time in processing an order, and reduce the consumables that you're using to process each order? Could you imagine your footprint, you know, in the world today, if you didn't use as much paper as a lot of companies use, because you have a pick ticket, you have an invoice, you have a packing list, you have a label, you have all of these different things. Or if you're doing something like this, not only that, you also are including this plastic pouch. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you some of our shipping solutions. So give me just a second here to share my screen. So this here is just kind of our shipping solution packet, our kind of talking about some of our shipping solutions and our benefits. So basically what we do with our products is we really focus on streamlining that shipping process, that order fulfillment, that shipping process, and reducing those 3 consumables that I showed you, which was the plastic pouch, the shipping label, and the packing slip. Well, a lot of times those require 2 printers and it's 3 consumables. What if we could reduce that down to 1 printer, 1 consumable? You know, could that save you money? Could that save you time? What if we could take away some of the touches that are being done in your process? And so, you know, we've got solutions for all sizes. It really doesn't matter if you ship 1 or 2 boxes a day, or if you ship 10,000 plus a day. We do have solutions that can help with all of that, from any size. It just kind of what would happen is we would want to talk with you more about your process, so we could find the right solution for you and see what is the right fit. So as you can see on here, I don't know how well you can see my screen. There's 3 different options that we have right here, and you can see that they're here on the box. But we've got a little bit of everything. We've got laser. Of course, we've got full sheets laser. We've got thermal. Our thermal is direct thermal. We have solutions that are simply hand apply. We have solutions that are semi-auto, where it's hand apply, but it's presented and ready to go. And then we even have options that are fully automatic. So as your business grows, we've got products that can grow with you. And so I'm going to just go through the products, talk about them just a little bit. Before we get too far, sorry, I forgot about this. Down at the bottom, there is a Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions or anything during my talk, go ahead and put that question in there. I will be getting to that at the end of the whole presentation. I'll get to all of that to you. But anyway, sorry, I forgot about that. So let's move on. So the first thing that we're going to kind of talk about is I'm going to talk about, we're back in here again, sorry. I'm going to talk about our integrated labels. So this here that I bring up on the screen is our integrated label. This is a product that we produce all the time. This is one of our top products. With an integrated label, it is pretty simple. Your shipping label is at the bottom, your packing slip is at the top, or invoice, or whatever it is that you may want there. Basically, in this situation, it's all combined, it's on one. So you've eliminated that plastic pouch, or you've eliminated that pick ticket being printed at the front, because everything is right here. So in this situation, you actually, as you pick and pack, the shipping label goes on the box, and the packing slip is simply dropped in the box. So right there, it eliminates that touch. If you have someone manually folding and putting it in the plastic pouch, you're eliminating that portion of it and that time. In a situation where they're using that plastic pouch, here's just some numbers for you guys. When they're using the plastic pouch, your shipping label, and your packing list, someone manually matches that packing list with the shipping label, which takes time. Then someone manually folds it, puts it in that crazy plastic pouch, which everyone hates because it sticks to your finger, never goes to the box, right? And then gets it on that box, and then they have to apply the shipping label. So that's a lot of labor right there. Usually a process like that, just to get that box ready to go out the door, takes about 35 seconds. Our solutions in a situation, like say you use this, an integrated label, you're looking at about 10 to 15 seconds for that to print. 10 to 15 seconds, you slap a label on, you drop it in the box, and you send it on its way. That's a pretty big labor savings in just that portion of it, not to mention the less touches you had during your pick and pack process. These products, we have them in stock. As stock, they come completely blank. As you can see here, this one is all mocked up and looks all pretty. We can do all of that for you. So any static information, we can print that on there for you. You can make it fully customizable. This is a normal 8.5 by 11. You can do 8.5 by 14. I've got another one here that shows some people like the return label. So again, stock options, but we have a return label here. That's a question a lot of time. Can we get a return label? Again, you've got your invoice, your pick ticket up here, and then you've got your return label and your shipping label. The same type of process. It's actually a pretty easy solution to do, and it really doesn't matter the size of your business, because like I said, it is a stock option, and so they're pretty inexpensive. I'm going to move on to our next one, which is our knockout. Our knockout is actually a pretty awesome label. It is a double-sided label. I've got one here with me. I'm going to show it to you. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Let's see here. I'm assuming you guys can see me. So this is a knockout. And as you can see here, the front side of this is a shipping label. But if I flip this over, the back side is actually, this is a marketing piece and it is a packing list. So the really awesome thing about the knockout is it's laser printed, but it's double-sided. So now you've actually eliminated the need for having the box open. When this product is ready to be applied, it actually is on the outside of the box. So your box can already be taped up. It can already be ready to go. Someone scans that license plate and prints this out. And with it being double-sided, the packing list is just on that outside of the box for that customer. So when they get it, the customer gets the label, their box. They've got this fancy looking box. You know, you're able to brand the label. A lot of people pay money for branded boxes. Why don't you brand your shipping label? You know you have to have a shipping label on it. Let's put your logo around the outside of this. Again, this is a stock option. It comes blank, but you're able to customize any of it as well. Down here at the bottom, the customer would actually lift it up. It says lift here to reveal packing slip, and it's going to lift over, and this is what they're going to see. They're going to see whatever information that you put on there. The great thing about our knockout label is, for one, the liner is only around the outside. So the adhesive, like I had told you, we have the capability of patterning our adhesive. So the adhesive on this product is actually just around this outer edge, and that's securing it to the box. So again, the only part that they throw away, or you throw away, is this outer liner. There's no liner in the center because you print on that. You're printing on the back of the face stuff. So this is a greener solution to a lot of labels out there, and it is also streamlining a process. With the laser option and the knockout, another great benefit, of course, is the marketing aspect. When you're shipping to a customer, that's your captive audience. When they get your package, you know they're buying from you. Why not put some marketing on that label? Why not put a personal message to them saying, hey, you know, you bought this backpack, this jacket looks great with it, or these shoes match. Why not put that on there? Why not put some information to send them back to your website to buy some more? Maybe it's a QR code. Maybe it's a special promotion code that only goes on these labels. Well, now you know how many times did they access that code. And in a sense, it becomes measurable marketing. People do lots of mailing for marketing, and they don't always know if that investment was good for them. This is a way you're already shipping it. Put some marketing on there, and let's see how many times that it drives some business back to you. Again, this is a stock option, so it's super easy to get. The biggest requirement for this is you need a laser printer that will flip an A5. A5 is a pretty standard size for any printer out there. Not all of them will flip it or duplex print. So truly, to see if this would work for you, you need to test your printer to see if it will flip an A5. But the possibilities with this label are endless. You know, if maybe you don't need a packing slip, maybe you don't need an invoice, maybe you have gift messages that you need to send, put a gift message on the back side of this. You know, hey, love you, Grandma, enjoy the candy. You know, put your picture on there, whatever you need, but it can be utilized for that. Let's see here, what do we've got next? So then maybe, and those two first options I showed you are truly for any size of business. It doesn't matter if you're shipping 1 or 2 boxes a day, or if you're shipping, you know, 10,000. they can be used. The thing to remember is they both use laser printers. So you do have toner, you have those things involved in the pricing of that, but they can be used for any size of business. This next one that I'm going to talk about is our duplex pack slip. Some of you may or may not have heard of duplex pack slip. So our duplex pack slip is actually a double-sided label. Let's see here if I can get back out of this. It is a double-sided label. As you can see, it has a tear strip. That tear strip is across the top. It is a direct thermal label. This one is normally good for higher volume customers. That they're not worried about all the color, they're not worried about the marketing. They just want to get their package out and get them out quick. This one here is direct thermal. It does require a special printer. We have two printers that this product works with, which you can see on my screen here. This product, we have many options for it. But anyways, this product, there's two printers. There's a Sato GY412 and there's your Toshiba DBEA4D. These are very special printers for the simple fact they actually have two print heads in them. There's a print head on the top and a print head on the bottom on each of these. And these printers are amazing. So basically what they do is they print your shipping label on the front and your packing list on the back. So when this label comes out, one pass, there's no flipping over, it's ready to go. It is, like I said, it's got your shipping label on the front, your packing slip on the back, like I was showing you here. But this is, like I said, more for your higher volume. Set up this one, the labor savings on this is tremendous. When you get to where you're wanting this, so I've got some numbers I can kind of throw out to you. So basically, with your duplex pack slip, if you're hand applying it, doing on processing your orders, in a lot of cases with your normal process, the way you're doing it now, you're looking at with about 1 million boxes. If you ship, say, approximately 1 million boxes a year, and this is just for easy math, and say labor is about $16.25 an hour. You're looking at over that year, you've spent about $157,600 in labor cost because of the time it takes, the average of about 35 seconds a package. With our duplex, and we're being lenient on the math, we're saying it takes about 10 seconds to peel that liner after it prints, to peel that liner and stick it on the box. So with that, with the same math, $16.25 an hour for your labor, you're looking at a savings, well, your labor cost, you have a savings of that of about $111,490 if you ship that 1 million boxes. So your labor is reduced tremendously. Your labor in a year for using a duplex would run about $45,130. You know, like I said, that's $111,000 difference in labor cost just for streamlining the process and combining your packing slip with your shipping label. That's huge. That's a huge labor savings in a year. That's something that, you know, of course, we can talk about more. Let's see here. I want to show you guys this one here. So here we kind of talk about, like I said, this is a stock product as well. So it comes fan fold. You can buy, you know, minimums 1,000. It does come fan fold. I think the stock is actually green, so the tear strip would be green, but it does require this printer. I'm going to go ahead and flip the page and show with that same label, with that thermal duplex, we have here at Ward-Kraft, we're always looking for ways to help our customers and to improve efficiencies. And one of the ways that we've done that is we've actually developed peelers that go on these printers. So not only did we speed it up just by using a duplex pack slip, but now we have these peelers that peel the liner off of the label as it comes out of the printer. increasing that speed. So now, you know, say it's 10 seconds. So now you're looking at maybe 5 seconds because that's ready to go. You're not peeling that liner. You're just sticking it on. So again, we're looking for ways to help streamline. On top of that, we've gone one step farther. I will show you this quick video here. We've actually developed an applicator for the seam, the duplex pack slip. So now with our duplex pack slip, we actually have 3 ways of applying it. We have your hand apply, where you print it out, it comes fan fold, you peel the liner, you stick it on. We have our semi-auto, where it comes out and the liner is already peeled, it's ready to go, so it speeds up your time, and you get that label stuck on and it's going. And now we have developed this applicator where it is actually auto applying it. So we truly feel that we've got solutions for every size of business, and for everyone. And not only that, we feel that we've got solutions that can grow with you. It doesn't matter if you send 1 or 2 boxes. It doesn't matter if you send 10,000 boxes. We do have a solution that will work for you. And you know, the best way is to learn more about your business so that we can help find that right solution and make sure that we're streamlining your process and helping work it out for you guys. Since I've shared this information, I know you guys have questions. Like I said, I have seen some questions pop up down here, and let's see what we've got here. I'm going to answer. It says, are there any concerns of security or privacy having the packing slip exposed on the outside of the box? Actually, the packing slip is not exposed on the box. With the integrated label, the packing slip is on the inside, and on the knockout and on the duplex, it's behind the label. So if they're exposing the packing slip, the label's not there anymore. So no, there is no concern to answer that question. Great question though. That's the really nice thing about the duplex and the knockout is all you see is that shipping label and your logo or whatever you may have on it. The packing slip is on the back side, so you know it's there. Okay, another question I had is how many packages do I need to ship for this to be beneficial? Like I said before, there is no limit. We have a solution for any size of business, whether, like I said, whether it be 1 or 2 packages or whether it be 10,000. We truly do have a solution for that. We would just want to talk about it. Let's see. How does this work with my systems? So I don't know if you guys noticed as I was flipping through that catalog, we had talked about one of our partners. So let's see here. So one of our partners is a software integrator. They actually can, what they do is they connect behind the scenes. They have a tool called eForms. The partner is called Minisoft, and they actually go behind the scenes and they connect to your WMS, and then they also connect to your shipping system. So depending on what you use and how you use it, they're able to go on there behind the scene and take care of that for you. So we do have a way to get all your systems to work so that as your order, you're doing your order entry, you're using the same system, everything stays the same for your employees, there's no change. The pick process may change a little bit, and then when it gets to the shipping, it may change a little bit, but the systems all stay the same. Okay, next question is, what kind of printer is needed? When it comes to this, like I've said, the laser printer for your integrated and for your knockout, no special requirements for either one of those. The knockout, the only true requirement is it needs to duplex an A5. I can give you a list if that's something that we've tested. Minisoft, our partner, has a list as well as printers that they've tested that works really well depending on the volume you want. But truly, any printer that will flip an A5 will work. And then when it comes to our duplex, it does require a special printer. It does require the Sato or the Toshiba, just because it's 2 print heads. That's not something that's readily available. Let's see here. So I think I've gotten all my questions answered. I ask that you guys reach out to me with any questions. You know, my contact information is on the screen right now. So you guys, I would love you to reach out if some of this got you thinking we need to talk about your process, or maybe you know someone or have customers that you think this would benefit from. My contact information is on the screen. Please reach out to me if you would like to get some samples of any of the products that I showed today or any other Ward-Kraft products. Please reach out to me. I think in the chat, you may have also gotten a link to fill out or information. So if you want to schedule a time to talk, or if you're wanting samples. Another great thing that Ward-Kraft is doing right now is we actually have training all week long. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Again, I know things are crazy the way the world's going right now, but again, thank you for taking the time to join. And hey, don't miss the rest of our training this week. Keep following us on LinkedIn, because there's going to be more training in the future. This is something we're going to start implementing. Reach out to me. Let's have some discussion about your processes. Let's talk about some of your customers. Let me answer questions you have about the products. So thank you again, guys, and I hope you have a great day and a great rest of the week.